Good morning. Right there is Jefferson, and over here is Clay, and we are on the Caps Ridge Trail. We just kind of popped out of the trees. There's a little bit of undercast right there. Mount Jefferson Hotel, right kind of in the center. Bretton Woods ski area. Oh wow, look at all the undercast back here. Very nice. So, we're going up Caps Ridge, and then we're not going to go to the summit first, because we don't really need to go to Jefferson for any lists or anything, but we're going to go over and get Clay, and then do the Sphinx Trail and the Six Husbands Trail, and then go up to Jefferson and come back down Caps Ridge. That's the plan. So,
you took an awesome.
So we are looking out to the northeast, maybe. Lots of undercast right there. And then we are up on, this is Caps Ridge Trail. We're kind of on the bottom of a cap right now. Just had to do a little bit of scrambling. And the sun is out, but we're on the wrong side of the mountain. It hasn't really come up high enough yet to get down here. Let me see if I go around the corner. All right. And then up, you might be able to see a person up there. That's where the trail goes.
So here we are. This is a steep climb up these rocks here. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. See how that works. Okay.
Oh, it goes this way. I see a blaze.
Oh yeah, not too bad.
It looks like it goes to the right, but it doesn't. Up here.
That was a close call. Okay. I hope nobody. That looks
I think it's an easy way around.
very steep.
This?
Yeah, I mean right off to my right. I could.
No, but clearly a beaten path, and I can see it's not right. People must go around accidentally. We've been hiking for 1 hour.
Say hello.
Hello.
Let's see what's around here. go on that peak if you want to. Do you care to? Okay.
No extra gain.
That's right. Okay, more later. So we're on a rocky side trail called the Cornice, which cuts off a little bit of the path out to Mount Clay, which is, you can see Mount Washington up there. Mount Clay is this mountain here. We're going to go there, and we'll come back. We'll do some other trails after that. You can see the conditions here are pretty perfect. Just so nice. It's supposed to get more cloudy later in the day, so I'm trying to get this done before it gets too late. Jefferson is up there, which we'll get on our way back after another maybe 5 miles or however far it is. So that's the plan.
It is 8:40 in the morning, and right there is Mount Washington, and we are actually heading right there to that little bump, which is Mount Clay. Over in the center right now is Monroe, and then Little Monroe, and then further down is Eisenhower. Actually, Eisenhower right there. Yep. And then Tom Field and Willie. Just clear views.
Could this really be any better?
Not really. And there's Franconia Ridge out there. We still have Undercast over here. And right up there is the summit of Jefferson, and you might be able to see some people up there. Basically, there's a little split, so instead of going straight up to the summit, we'll come back and hit it later, but we're kind of going off to the side, which will eliminate 0.2 of a mile. So we figured there's no reason to go up there twice, and the weather is supposed to be clear all day, so we're coming over this way. I think, is this the Cornice?
This is the Cornice.
And then we pick up Gulfside, I think. Yep, and then we're gonna take Gulfside over and hang a left at the split and go out to Mount Clay. Mount Clay adds 1 mile to our round trip time. So, because we just wanted to get out here on a nice clear day, which have been very few this summer. There's no chance of afternoon thunderstorms or anything, so we figured there's a whole bunch of terrifying 25 trails up here we still need to get, so we're gonna go out. We actually are coming up to do Sphinx and 6 Husbands. So we will go get Clay, backtrack a little bit on Gulfside, go down Sphinx, which has a lot of waterfalls and stuff, and then it takes you out on, I gotta look, Great Gulf, I think, and then up on 6 Husbands, which has a lot of climbing and ladders and scrambles and stuff. So, and then we'll go back to Jefferson and take Caps Ridge down, which is what we took up. There we go. Beautiful. And I just heard the Cog Railway blowing its horn. All right, so we are on the we're on the Gulfside Trail right now, heading to Mount Clay, which is right in front of us. There's Mount Washington. Over there are the Carters. The Wildcats are they're like right behind this ridge over here. They're right behind it, so they're not really in view, but Anyway, it's just so perfect up here. There was a little bit of wind, just a tiny bit coming up the Caps on Caps Ridge, going up Jefferson. But now that we're up here, there is no wind at all. It's just perfect. And back behind us, oh, you can't really see it now. Jefferson is right there. There's some people. And there's John. Awesome. Look at that head wall. Heading up there. That's cool. All right. Oh, and maybe you can see over on Willie all the landslides. Man, that's something else too. Excellent. That is the view over to Adams. It's right in the center. And Madison is right behind it. On the right, that's Jefferson. And we are on clay right now. There's not really a marker. It's got one of these pins. And this is clay. And then there's Monroe and Eisenhower looking down towards Jackson's kind of behind it. And across the street, you can see all the Pemmy. You can see the Franconia Ridge sticking up right there. Nice clear summit of Mount Washington right there.
Where are you guys headed?
We are just entering the Great Gulf Wilderness on the Sphinx Trail. It's pretty awesome. We're coming over. We're going to be losing elevation for like a mile and then having to climb back up again on another trail. Oh, my foot is totally wedged in. There we go. Alright, so this is, we're coming down right now. And then it goes over that little bump. I think I'll shoot until I get there so we can see what it looks like. Just gonna get there without wiping out. We're like in a little alpine.
Camp right here?
Yeah, right. Can't camp right here.
But it looks so nice.
I know. Camp there in the winter. Nice. And there that is clay, and now the summit of Mount Washington is behind it, so I can't really see it. But excellent. All right, this is the Sphinx Trail.
We're on the Sphinx Trail. We're just going down a nice steep section. It's not that high up, but I'm
going to throw my poles down.
It's quite a drop there. Probably easier to climb up than climb down.
Well, I'm sure. Of course, I threw my poles and now they're in my way.
You should have tossed them into the bushes.
I did, but they're like right here.
Okay, let me see if I can get down.
This is just a little climbing section on the Sphinx Trail. It's pretty steep, but probably doesn't show it here. Yeah, see, that's where I wanted both hands. And then we pan over, and that is I can see cars on the auto road. Probably can't see it here.
Lots of them.
Yep, a lot of them. All right, I hear water down below us. Pretty sure we're going all the way down there, and then we're going to climb all the way up this, I think. Yay. All right, beautiful day.
More mountain climbing.
Yep.
So this is the Sphinx Trail. It is, footing is a little tricky. It's steep. You can see over across the valley kind of type of incline we're on right now. We're cutting across instead of just going over the cliff edge, which is nice. The trail is moist, which is less than ideal, but it could be worse. There's a lot of dry places to step, so at least there's that. What does it look like? A drop off?
A drop.
Okay, I guess I'll use my hands.
So this is the Sphinx trail, and we just came through there. Barely tell it's a trail. There's some water. And then I hear a waterfall up ahead. This is what the trail is like. Let's see. Just gotta get through here without breaking an ankle. I don't know if this is going to be anything to look at. Let's take a look. Okay, so there's some water, and then more water, and right down to where the trail is. There's John. It's like a 15 or 20-foot waterfall, maybe. Pretty. All right. Lots of water today. Okay, we're still on the Sphinx Trail. This is a nice little area. Put your feet in or something. However, we don't need to because the entire trail has basically looked like that waterfall for the last 15 or 20 minutes. Oops. Keeps going that way. Yeah. Oh, that. I think I need you to move all the way. Thank you. So this is the trail right here. I don't know if you can see how much water is moving on it, but it's a lot. And this is just running water going down the trail as far as the eye can see. So that's very, very slow going. Most of it has not been flat like this with little rocks. It's just been climbing over slippery boulders. So very slow going, but it is quite picturesque, and there's nobody else on this trail. So imagine that.
So this is the water crossing on Sphinx that has been maybe the most dangerous so far. We had to come across right there, and you can see basically just across the water, across the falls, and you don't want to go down that because that's a long way down. Anyway, it was beautiful, nice, and fun.
Okay, so this is kind of the bottom of the chutes. If you, when you do the water crossing, I don't know, a couple minutes ago, it was right at the top of a steep area with the water just going through a little narrow chute, and this is the bottom of it. So it's probably a couple 100 feet. And then it comes into a pool, and then it exits through more, and it just keeps on going. So, yet another beautiful waterfall. This is on the Great Gulf Trail, and I'm just gonna slowly make my way over. is. Okay, so we are on Six Husbands Trail now, and we just came to this humongous glacial erratic. It's like 60 feet tall. And I said, oh, that's really neat. And then the trail's going this way, and I think we go right under it and maybe through. There's definitely a cave on this. And there are full-size trees up on top of it. It's pretty cool. Let's see. I might need to put away. Oh, wow. My poles. I don't know where the trail goes in here. And I need a different hand.
Don't go too far. Look here once more.
All right. I think the trail goes around it, but I'm not positive. Had to pull myself up. And right, it's got to go around it. Doesn't it? I don't see any way to go there. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think there's no sunlight through there.
Okay.
So I vote we don't try to climb in it.
I think if you pull that rock, everything's going to fall. No, don't do that.
That's right, though. So we're on the Six Husbands Trail. We're coming past some erratics, glacial erratics, and this one is interesting because it has a steep wall that we're walking right next to. It almost looks like it was blasted for us, but I don't think it was. I think it's just naturally sheared off like that. It's a little muddy through here. Huh.
Some caves.
Let's take a look.
I mean, you could go right through that if you wanted to,
I think I need to.
up to the trail.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, I'll go around. But this is cool that way too. It's nice and cool in there too.
Looks like emergency shelter there. I'm kidding. Wouldn't want to stay out here. I wouldn't have to if I didn't have to. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
You gonna come up this way?
Sure.
It's a little tight right at the end.
I think I can get through it.
I think you can too. Twist.
Yes. Just barely. Through there. Neat. So here we are at this cave. It's a nice little scramble up over here. And Laura's gone up ahead, so I know there's a nice tight spot to get through.
Where does it go? It's up.
Yeah, it goes to the right.
Okay, I popped out over here and I was like, what the heck?
That's what they call peek-a-view, right? That's what I'm calling it. You went to check out a peek-a-view.
I don't know.
I can see a
I think I
cairn
wanna put away my poles maybe.
up there. See a cairn?
I do see a cairn.
So this is a little sketchy. Yeah.
Try.
At least it's dry. That's right. Here's more right here. Okay. Caves in there. Caves over here. This is the place where Laura was, over there.
Yeah, maybe.
And it just keeps going up, 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 up. More boulders. So, more caves. It looks like, this looks more like a trail, but there's a cairn there. So I'm gonna follow Laura. Go through this tiny space right here. This would be a great place for a kid to fool around, climb on these rocks, go underneath these caves.
There's a view out too.
What's that?
There's a little view out too.
Oh. Yeah. I'm sure it looks better in person.
Yep.
Okay. More later. So here's another ladder. This one's not quite as steep and inclined as the other one was. Cool. Interesting
Don't
stuff.
bump your head up here.
Thanks.
Yikes. Where am I going?
I think you're just gonna go around this corner here.
It's wet.
Here. I can take your hand if you want. Here's Laura. Should make our way
I don't
up.
know where I'm going, so.
Right here.
No, I can get it. I just don't know.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like a big cliff right there.
It is a big cliff.
So, just be a little careful because my shoes are wet.
Trees are our friends.
Well,
Okay, so that's what we came up.
there's another ladder
This-
over here.
Right here. Okay. Nice view. And then another ladder. I'm gonna let Laura get some distance in front of me.
You okay?
Yes.
I heard it.
Yeah, I was looking for a way to get my feet around there without using two hands. I found one. It was painful.
Hey there. I'm not.
Okay. There's the ladder. And there's the view. Adams. Laura tells me. Okay.
Okay, so we are hopefully at least halfway up Six Husbands. I gotta believe. And this is looking at Mount Washington. And then down in the valley, right in the center, is a whole bunch of water, which I believe is the Great Gulf Trail. We walked right along that. And we came down on Sphinx, which came along, let me get my finger in here. I think it came along this way.
You went in there, right? That little channel.
Yeah. Yep. And then panning over here, we've got Mariah is over in there, and the Carters, and then the Wildcats are in this, and then right behind us, right there, is Adams, and then I can just see the edge of Madison, but not the summit sticking up right there. And we are going right up that. Whew, I'm glad we're almost done. So we are, I think we're done with the hard stuff on Six Husbands, and we're taking a lunch break. It's 2 o'clock, and here's John and I.
Hello.
I don't know if I'm shooting our necks or the top of our head or what, but peanut butter and jelly, the lunch of champions. And there's our our lunchtime view looking out at Adams. I can hear water, big water, rushing down in the valley. All right. There you go. Beautiful. Clouds are popping up, but it looks good. I think it makes it actually look nicer. So, can't beat it. Okay, so we just came out of the woods right here. And that's the view across to the Carters. And there's Adams. And here's a giant boulder field. Well, the beginning of a giant boulder field. We have about 700 more feet of elevation to do. And I don't know, maybe 6/10 of a mile. I think the trail goes this way. But anyway, so it's beautiful. And we're in the shadow of cloud, so it's not beating down sun on us, which is nice. And the summits are still clear. There's Washington right there. So it's lovely, and there's absolutely no wind, at least on this side.
Laura's climbing up this boulder field. The final push for the ascent up to Mount Jefferson. Clouds came in the sky, you can see them there. But it's still clear. Views are still here. It's not gotten too dark. We're going over here. Up there. So, time to get to it.
So that is one of the caps on Caps Ridge. And there's John. And we just came down from Jefferson. That's not the summit, it's behind there. This morning when we came up, we split off right here and took the Cornice out that way to Gulfside to Clay. And there's Washington behind it. So now we're just Caps Ridge down to the car. It's beautiful.